Welcome, everybody, to the Sacred Heart Gospel Hour. This is your host, Dr. Butch Melton.
Tell my children, to flee the modern-day churches of Babylon. Tell them, my messenger, tell them, my last ever warning to all, to receive my truce in their hearts of me, not of Babylon, not of buildings that I did not give instructions to build, for they are not of me, nor for me, but of the everlasting greed of self, greed of pride and surely vanity. It must end now. Did I not warn in my word, my truce, that in the last of days that the evil ones would enter into the flock of the world's center of all evils, to where all the demons would run to at the end of man's days, the end of all pride and vainness, end of all self-righteousness. Indeed. For they are not for me, about me, for I have watched and saw. The people are led by the great powerful demons that are led by Satan himself. In all those buildings they run, and the flock they run to hear a small bit of my truce, but are then covered by greed, by the known common sense of the flocks. For the sheep are willing to be led to their damnation forevermore, only to keep their ties to their father's faith in those Babylon pagans, forcing men to look toward them for their hopes, their face to lead them over the cliff of eternal damnation. Tell them of the words that I spoke to them in the end of days to John. Did I not say to run to the mountains and the wilderness, away from the evil in those days, to go to the place that I have made and prepared for all that are in the real truth that lies within your hearts, that I have given the time and place to run, to hide from the end of all time, as man evil will erupt in the streets. Man will turn against man, brother against his brother, sister against her sister, parents against their children, and children against their parents. Is that not what I see now today? But most of all, they will turn against me in the last of days, turn against me, Jesus. Have not your eyes to see? Have not your hearts been troubled? Have not you asked the questions that no one of the leaders knows the right answers to? The answers are there. They have always been in your hearts, not from a building. Did I not say trust in me? Trust in your hearts. For it is in your heart that will show you the way to that place I have made and prepared for you in the end of days. It's not the buildings called by man themselves churches, banks of evil, trade divisions of deceit, but to where I will have my watchers guard over thee, my true sheep, those that held me in their hearts, where no man can take or steal away, where my truth lives. In your hearts, not a world-bound building that I will destroy on my way, the first wave of my hand of wrath. Run now. There is no more time. Stand ready, for at the door stands the evil spoke of by my messenger John. As you can see, it will be unto you the signs of the way to the safety of my wrath. As the blood so was used in the last days of Passover, so it shall be once again, but this time by the message that is welcome into your hearts. My truths, my ways, my words, not that of man, not of millionaires or billionaires, not of any governments, not of powerful people of the modern-day theaters, of all of which is evil towards me. All that follow those in those days will be left behind. Their teeth on the streets and amongst the buildings will be gnashing and gashing. People alive will be wishing that they were dead. They will then admire the dead, for the suffering will be so great. No man has ever seen or will ever see again the horror of my wrath in the upcoming days of the end of man, of the end of man, of the end of man, and all of his ways of hate and evil. But most of all, the ones that own purpose has let the wolves in their heart. Let the wolves into their hearts to replace me, to give unto the evil ones. Did I not warn you to stand fast? Keep what I have given you as a child, 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 to the very end. Hold on to the last trump. Are those words ringing true now? But no. I see most have given in to the shadows of evil, even given to them money through the hopes of these churches to redeem their sins away from themselves toward buying a place in heaven, or the safe haven that I have made in the wilderness and amongst the mountains in the end times. But they will find that those they have give so much will take it, and give not to my poor children, nor to my children Israel, but use the money of the altar to become gluttons of food and riches, power of this world. Well, now they all shall have their wishes. Their hopes will come true, for now they have won their rights to damnation, but not opening their eyes to see the truth, their ears to hear it. They saw it, they heard it all. They knew that they was doing, and they knew what they were doing. Fear not those who kept me in their truth in their hearts, and paid not to those that used that gold and silver to harm my children. The terrorist has been given tons of gold and silver, even by the very same churches that cover the world, that most follow 90%, 90% of all the money in gold and silver goes to the evil ones. 10% goes to the whores, to the prostitutes, to Babylon. Run from Babylon. Run from them now, for it is soon will be too late. Honor me in the silence of the wilderness. Bow to me all alone, not in front of no man's eyes. In your heart put my word of truth, my spirit, and worship me one-on-one, as you have been told to do long ago. For I have the right, for it is written, it will be done. I foretold my ways of the end. I will cut the time short in my time. If I cut it now, there will not be many that will stand beside me. They hold not the true spirit. They hold a false papistry, the false hopes and spirits that were given as they ran to those buildings in the last of days. And as it was, the people of the last of days of the flood, they too had false hope and spirits. They too thought they were covered by the mighty hand of the living God. But you see what happened to them. And on Passover, those that had not the blood of the Lamb, you saw what happened to them. So it is now. It's up to you to get this message, my messenger, to my people now. If they choose to give their hearts to a false father, or fathers they call them, in the buildings of Babylon, then they will no other choice for me. No other choice will I have, but to cut the time now short. For the evil ones are planning right now, to destroy man and his world by fire. I will let them go just so far, burn so much, then I will hit them with a blast of my wrath, with my mighty hand, that will silence even heaven itself, and all the universe, and all the universe, and all will know, all will know. Even your famous ATMs that you cherish so much. All of those things will know my anger. Run, accept the warning now. Let no man be your leader, for I am your leader. I am the first, I am the last. I am the great I am, the true creator. It's up to you now. Will you keep your hearts in evil? If so, run to them, or will you come back to me? Give your heart to me once again. Show to me that your heart, where no lies can be hidden, there I will know if you are truly my child, or a demon of the lost. Run! Run! Run, my children! Run, my children! Run, 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 run!